What up, people? So, quick update on some stuff that's going on out here. Obviously, I'm in my yard. You can see it's windy. I picked this spot for a reason, because not so you can see my pretty flags back here, but I'm on the east fence line. The wind is blowing from the southeast, so it's blowing over me, and it won't mess up the audio too bad. I tried recording on the other side of the property earlier, and yeah, it was a disaster. All you hear was shh. But anyways, this is my second take on this video. The first time I was probably about a minute or two in, and I had a subscriber actually pull up. He stopped by before. He wasn't a subscriber then. I think the last time he stopped, to be honest, was when we were starting to dig the fence post out here or something like that, because I think he was asking if we wanted to help build a fence or something. But he just stopped by and we actually talked for about, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, something like that. And just a good old guy. He's a military or ex-military, and he bought property on the south side of Riviera off the highway, and was showing me pictures of him clearing out his land and all that. So it was awesome being able to talk to somebody around here and just get their perspective and everything. And he kept on saying, man, everything looks so good out here. And I said, yeah, it is starting to look good. It's just a lot of work, and it's just one day at a time. And we talked a little politics, and let's just say we agreed on a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people down here that agree with the way that I think on certain things, but I won't get into that on this video. You already know where I stand. But anyways, a couple other updates on stuff that's going on. Gooby, which is my parents' little chihuahua, if you're new to the channel, check them out on YouTube. It's Simply Southern. They have a channel. But Gooby has had back pains and hip pains, I think, pretty bad here recently. They took him to the vet about a month ago, gave him medicine, and it was not working too good. I guess at the time it was working a little bit, but he's still in pain. So they took him to the vet today. Squirrel. Anyways, they took him to the vet to do a laser treatment on him. So I don't know, I guess, the results of that yet. They actually just got back, and I haven't been back to the house yet. So hopefully everything went well with him. Once again, he's 13 or 14 years old, so he is old. And when you get old, you start hurting. And speaking of hurting, I'm still hurting on my knee. It's just bruised, and there's nothing I can really do about it. And appreciate everybody for all the kind words and suggestions and stuff. But once again, if I stay off of my leg, even for an extended period of time, a day or 2 days, and then I put my leg back on, it's still bruised and it still hurts. I have pretty much learned to deal with the pain for the most part to a certain extent. So today I've been walking around as much as I can. It's still very sore, but like I said, the more I walk on it, the more I'm able to, I guess, deal with the pain. I actually went to my granny's house, and she has a whole bunch of trees and whatnot growing up in the back that's kind of overgrown. And she had a couple of olive trees out there that were growing almost between the fence, I guess, in a fence line. And there was no need for it to be there, so I dug it up and I actually put it over here in my yard. I wanted it to be where I'm sitting on my living room couch looking to the east. I'll have the fireplace and two 2x5 windows, one on each side. That'll be the view that I'll see in the near future, is an olive tree growing. And those olive trees down here are the Mexican olive trees. They bloom out white flowers. They look really cool, and they produce olives. I'm not sure if these are the type that, I guess, you can actually eat or not, but maybe I'll have to look into it and try to figure that out. But they do put off nice flowers. It just looks really good, and I started planting stuff strategically out here, so I know what I can see out my windows whenever I'm sitting down watching TV and stuff. And then I did move one of my fig trees. Yes, I know I move my stuff all the time. I moved a fig tree over. I actually ran one over with the mower on accident. I was pretty pissed about it, but it is what it is. I'm glad I did it instead of somebody else. I was mowing along the fence line, and sorry, I'm looking this way, that's where it is. I was mowing along the fence line, and for some reason my hand kind of jerked, and when it did, the zero turn turned to the right, and I heard Durr! First word out of my mouth was a word that I can't say on video because you guys will jump me for that, but it's a 4-letter word, and it rhymes with tuck. Anyways, I moved them closer together, so now they're all pretty clumped. Yes, I know they get big, and I'll just have one big cluster of figs here in the future. And then just to my right here is my banana tree, and that thing is already, I don't know, about, like y'all could tell, about a foot tall, 1.5 feet tall, something like that. So hopefully it'll start producing some pups and growing out as well. And other than that, just watering the yard today, just taking it easy. That's an easy day for me, is just going and get some trees from my granny's, bring them over, transplanting them, and watering. I did take care of Riley earlier. Matt's in Corpus. And then, like I said, Mom and Dad were at the vet, which they're back now. So hopefully maybe on tomorrow's video, if I do post tomorrow, I can give an update on Gooby, how he's doing, what exactly the laser, not surgery, I guess you could say, but the laser treatment, how it affected him, and maybe get Mom in here. Maybe she can explain it, or Dad if they want to. But I'm just looking at this maple tree here. It looks really good. Cannot wait for this maple tree to get big. I have this one here, and then I have two on the other side of my driveway, and cannot wait for those things to get big, turn out big bright red leaves in the, I guess it's during the, I don't know, early fall time. I think it'll definitely put a pop of color on this property. And speaking of color, I have hibiscus back here that I got from Tractor Supply. They're only about this big. When I got them, they were just sticks. Now they're actually still about that big, but blooming out. And I was looking, and the flowers on it are bigger than the plant itself, which is kind of crazy, but I think it's gonna look real cool. This whole fence line behind me, it's gonna have those hibiscus with big white flowers on it. This tree will be green most of the time, turn red in fall. And then I'll have the firecracker plants all around the pond, which is a bright lime green color, and then a banana tree over here. So it'd be pretty tropical, which is kind of what I was wanting. That just made me think what else I did. I also dug up some wildflowers. I don't know if digging them up was the best idea or not, but hey, it was free, and I had a little bit of time, so I tried it out anyways. I transplanted a couple of sunflowers over here on the north side. If you're looking at my property, on the right side of the driveway, inside the fence. Not that y'all really care this much, but that, and then there was a couple of other wildflowers that I put in there, so maybe I'll show that on the next video and see how they're doing, and then show you the, I guess, what my olive trees and stuff look like. But the gentleman I was talking to earlier, he was just talking about different ideas he was doing on his property. I was telling stuff that I want to do over here, and we were talking about the little stream that I've mentioned in videos, how we want to put a pump down into the pond and pump water from the pond up into my property, over a little waterfall, and down into a little pool, which leads to a stream that takes it back to the pond. So a big circle. And I was telling him about that, and he was pretty impressed with it. He said one of his friends had did that at one point on one of their properties, but they did it around their entire property. And he was saying you'd have to have a very strong pump for that. And I want to try to do it all solar. So if you know of any good solar pumps that'll pump pressure pretty good, comment down below and let me know, because I don't know much about it, and I don't really feel like researching it today. So anyways, that's going to end my video. A lot of rambling about a whole bunch of nothing. Can't do these videos without you guys. I very much appreciate all the kind words once again about my knee, and then keep Gooby in y'all's prayers as well. So anyways, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye guys.